Hello, I saw your question in the email. We want to find all solutions of this equation. So the word all is very important here. So we have sine of x equals square root 3 over 2. And you do recognize, that pi, sine of pi thirds is square root 3 over 2. So here I've drawn, that the sine is positive in quadrants 1 and 2. So I've drawn an angle in quadrant 1 where, the angle's pi thirds. And then quadrant 2, I put an X bar here for reference angle. If the reference angle is pi thirds in quadrant 2, then the sine of it is also square root 3 over 2. So there's actually two quadrants where that's true here, first and the second. Sine's positive in both. So, X would be pi thirds. The reference angle equals the angle in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, it would be pi minus pi thirds would be this angle here. If I draw it in a different, say blue, this angle here would be x. This quadrant, the reference angle equals the angle. So you have x in the first quadrant, you have x in the second quadrant. So it comes out to pi thirds or 2 pi thirds. Well, they want all solutions. And if you know the graph of the sine curve, from last chapter, it just goes on up and down forever. And so there's actually infinitely many solutions. So, if you add 2 n pi to each of these, then you get all solutions. Because it has a period of 2 pi. So you have pi thirds plus 2 n pi, where n's any integer. And, every 2 pi, you get the same value for sine. And so it'd be similar over here. It's going to be 2 pi thirds plus 2 n pi. Again, the period for the sine is 2 pi. So every 2 n pi, you get the sine of that would be square root 3 over 2. If you go back and review the graph of the sine function, it just goes up and down. Hope that helps.